Okay, once again we're going to see how absolute value affects an inequality. Now if you think back to our previous concept where it made an equation have two different answers, well then it's going to make an inequality do the same thing. It's going to have two different comparisons going on. So let's remember this stuff, 2x minus 1 could be greater than 5. Okay, that's our easy inequality to get. Okay. But the other one that is less likely to be remembered would be this. 2x minus 1 is less than negative 5. Okay. What we do is we basically change that inequality and then write the opposite value of this. Could be equal to negative 5 or positive 5. Remember, negative, positive, negative, positive. You always have to have one and the other. In this case, though, we just have to reverse this sign when we put the negative in there for the same reason we reversed it before when we're solving it with a negative. Now, let's just solve each one of these things separately. Okay, let's take a look at where they would lead us. I'm going to add 1, and I get 2x is greater than 6. And I divide by 2, and I get x is greater than 3. Now over here, I'm going to add 1, and it's going to take me a different direction. I get 2x is less than negative 4. Divide by 2, divide by 2, and I get x is less than negative 2. Now this is going to give me one of those compound inequalities. In this case, it's an OR inequality. X could be bigger than 3 or less than negative 2. So it would look kind of like this. 0, negative 2, 3. Okay. Here's what it would look like. It says x could be bigger than 3, so it would be numbers that are larger than 3, or numbers that are smaller than negative 2, which would be these right here. And we get one of those kind of things. Okay? And anytime you get absolute values show up with inequalities, so it means absolute value and a less than greater than sign, you're always going to get a compound inequality. Okay? You're always going to get either an or an and inequality. So these are very similar. I say the only thing you really need to watch out for is that right there. Okay, you know you're going to make two equations out of it. The first one is easy. It's identical to what we had before. The second one, we have to make it a negative 5, so that means we also have to flip the inequality to keep the meaning consistent.